Hello, everyone. Now, I know what you're probably saying right now. Fern, where's the 100 sub special? Where have you been the last 3 months? Do you do voice requests? Well, firstly, this is a recording, so I can't hear you, and I'm not crazy. Secondly, the 100 sub special is still in production, but I wanted to give you guys something in the meantime to still make your subscription worth it. As for where I've been, well, moving house, getting a divorce, and trying to get your life back in order takes time. And also, yes, I do requests. I've said before. Anyway, welcome back to SCP Author Spotlight. Last time we were in this series, we discussed Metaphysician's first SCP 2095, and now we continue our journey with my favorite SCP of theirs, SCP 2737. SCP-2737 is a dead lamprey in an urn from 100 CE. 2737 does not decay, and those aware of its existence trigger a mimetic infection. 2737's infection with symptoms as follows. Increased empathy, both emotional and cognitive. Major depressive disorder, that's relatable. Acute thanatophobia and the fear of death. Obsessive thinking in regards to God allowing evil. This is specific to religiously minded individuals like myself. That's weird. As well as obsession on immortality, transhumanism, and the existence of entropy. And lastly, I believe in collective experience and interconnected life. Out of all these symptoms, it's theorized that the depression is not anomalous and is actually a natural reaction to the other symptoms that you would naturally expect to happen. What's interesting about this SCP is that it's one of those who was mysteriously discovered already in containment without any known history. Now, to give you a taste of why this SCP is my favorite of metas, let me read you a few portions of this article, starting with Dr. Nazareth's monologue from the Test 50 interview log. I remember when I was still full of faith, telling myself that everything happened for a reason, that tragedies were there to teach us, to make us better people. There are terrible things that go unknown, for which no lesson can be learned. A child abandoned in a well and never to be found, a vagrant without friend or family, sunk beneath the mire. Death is not a friend. And just like that, I'm there again. I don't want to remember this. I've done everything to avoid going back there. He's dead. He'll always be dead. My father. I remember him vividly. His will was great, his sickness greater. The doctors would amputate, butchering him in a vain effort to save the whole. A foot, a hand, no success. Arms and legs, still it spread. His eyes, his tongue, they took them too. I told him the stories he once taught me, wishing he could understand my words. I prayed over his jaundiced body, invoking every saint I could recall and a few I likely made up. Was he conscious? I don't know. He moved, sometimes screamed, seemingly trapped in a nightmare. The room was filled with bedpans of shit and piss and blood. They injected him with opiates enough to numb reality. I didn't want him to suffer, but I wish I could have spoken to him one last time. Never had a chance to say goodbye. In an effort to forget those months of horror, I lost the pleasant as well. Erasing him from my mind, I remember trips to the beach, our visits to Alhambra, a night filled with warmth and old tales, all while his illness was weak. My first sip of wine. I'll be forced to forget this. I'll return to my refusal to remember him, but it was worth it. So worth it. Protocol. My old enemy, we meet again, but I've never hated you as much as I do now. Next, let's read the addendum. In 1991, the outer portion of 2737's container was scanned. Image retrieval software revealed faint markings suggesting an inscription. Further analysis resulted in the discovery of a quote from Plutarch's On the Intelligence of Animals, translated from Latin. It reads, "So when Dominus said to Crassus the orator, 'Did you not weep for the death of the lamprey you kept in your fish pond? Did not you,' said Crassus to him again, 'bury 3 wives without ever shedding a tear?'" And lastly, the final statement from Dr. Navarez. If you are reading this, then your treatment has already begun. The inoculation merely delayed the mimetic agent, allowing you to read this document and be better prepared for the experience. SCP-2737 exposure has been shown to outperform psychotherapy and medication in the alleviation of post-traumatic stress disorder, major depressive disorder, secondary traumatic stress, and generalized anxiety disorder. Through decades of research, we have fine-tuned the therapeutic process. By the end of this session, you will likely feel as though a burden has been lifted. With no reconciliation of this document and associated experience, there is an undeserved stigma associated with mental health and its management. Through SCP-2737 treatments, you will not be judged, analyzed, and no one will tell you how to live your life. Think to yourself or speak out loud. A lamprey that died 2,000 years ago makes for a surprisingly sympathetic listener. Today you will cry, you will mourn, and you will remember all that you have ever lost. And through this, you begin to heal. Metaphysician managed to do what, at the time this article was made, would be considered impossible. He managed to make the Foundation truly emotional. 2737 isn't a scary article, at least not in the horror definition, but it's emotional. It makes you think, and it makes you feel. I relate in a way to Dr. Navarez, because I also lost my father. Not to an illness of the body, or an illness of the mind, but the loss is still the same. And I have those same regrets of not remembering the good times, because I buried it all trying to forget the pain of his death. Honestly, in the vast pool of SCPs that exist on the wiki, 2737 is one I wish was real and I could experience. To simply see that dead lamprey, and to have all the trauma and pain that I've held for years to just be released. Yeah, I think that would fix me. Anyway, sad sap aside, that concludes our journey to Metaphysician. We started with the birth of one of the most influential GOIs in the wiki and end on therapy heal. Stay tuned for my Promise 100 sub special, and after that, let me check my notes here. Oh, right. After the special, we dig into one of SCP's foundational authors, the one and only Dr. Gears. Do you know what his first SCP is? Don't spoil it yet, everyone, but to give you a hint, it's not 106. Kidding, I'm kidding. The real hint is as simple as this. Plumbing. If you know, you know. Thank you all for watching, or listening to this video. Even though I have a series going, I'm always open to hearing your suggestions for videos. Where SCP is my main expertise, if you have a topic you want me to cover, put it in the comments down below. And lastly, if you do enjoy my work, support me on Ko-Fi. Link is in the description. And share it with someone you know who would enjoy it. Like, subscribe, etc. Bells, you know the YouTube stuff. Thank you for your time. And I hope you enjoy whatever the rest of your day looks like. Goodbye for now.